You are listening to 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair, and this is Breaking the Ice. We're back at it again. It's the start of March, first episode here on March 5th, and I got my beautiful guests in the room with me. I'm Connor Cupen, and tonight we're going to the Rock. Mike 1 got Alex Daly here with me. My friend, how's it going?
It is fantastic. Good to be back.
On Mike 2, we got everyone's favorite Penguins fan. It's AJ Chasan.
What's up? We'll get into it. We'll get into the Penguins.
We'll get into it. And on Mike 3, the guy with the second best team in the Eastern Conference as his favorite team, is Tanner Price.
After yesterday, it's third now, unfortunately.
Oh my God,
blue shirt.
Third now, unfortunately. And in the talk studio, got some of my great friends out there. We got Tyler McDonald, Kyle Parichuk, and Max Dialfonso in there. If they can hear us.
Are we there?
They are here. How's it going, boys?
How's it going? Can't wait for tonight.
Now, I want everyone to know, when was the last time you all went to the Prudential Center?
Never.
Never.
Never. Wow.
With press credentials for Whiteside's class. That was the last time I was there, I think.
Me too.
December?
October 29th.
October 29th?
Yeah. Devil's Wild.
Well, we got 12 of us going tonight, so it's going to be phenomenal. But before we get to tonight's game, we got 1 hour to talk about the league in the past week, or 2 weeks. We haven't had a show in 2 weeks, I believe. But before that, we're going to play our favorite game. Daniel's going to be late. We're going to make 3:10 as the line. Will Daniel make it here before 3:10 or after 3:10? Over or under?
I'm going to go under.
Oh, he's literally at the door.
Yeah, I win!
Daniel's literally at the door. Devil's Report's here, everybody.
We win, baby. Let's
Devil's
go.
Report is here. He looks like he just sweat or got rained on, man. This man just got rained on. How's it going, Daniel?
What up?
You getting Mike too?
Thank you for having me, Connor. I'm excited for another episode.
You know, in the talk studio, we got Maxwell Dialfonso, Kyle Parichuk, and Tyler McDonald on the show. How you guys doing in there, by the way? Is it nice and cozy?
He got him!
Oh, it's great in here. It's very cozy.
Is it very cozy?
Very.
Yo, Daniel, say what's up to the talk studio.
Talk studio, how you doing? Ready
Great.
for Devils win tonight, maybe?
Can't wait.
Of course.
And Daniel's announced to everybody what you have brought to the stew here.
So, since it's a hockey show, I felt like we had to get a little more Canadian. So, took a trip up to Tim Hortons, up to the Great North, and brought back some Timbits for us.
You got some Timbits, man. You got some Timbits.
Feel free to enjoy, everyone.
Talk studio boys, you heard it too. So
I have some breaking Penguins news.
Let's hear the breaking Penguins news.
Yep. From Darren Drager. Sources say the Penguins are hoping to have a trade in place for Jake Gensel by tomorrow evening. Pittsburgh is open to quality over quantity of return, but would like a first young NHL player plus prospects. Flexibility comes in the caliber of prospect or roster player.
So we're talking Pittsburgh first today, huh? We're going to do it?
I guess.
We're going to do it? All right, guys, everyone, AJ's been waiting 2 weeks. He's got 2 weeks worth of bottled up emotions about his favorite NHL team. That is still true, correct?
Yeah. I mean, that's never not going to be the case.
So, let's hear the state of the Pittsburgh Penguins ice hockey
We
organization.
might need to add an extra hour onto the show.
Nah, it's not going to be long. We got a lot of things to get to today. Just a disappointing season all around. Predictable. They find new ways to lose. They find new ways to create their own problems and their own adversities, and they're just not as good anymore as they used to be able to overcome them. I could sit here all day and point the finger at numerous of people, but at the end of the day, it's a collective issue. It's a collective reason why they are, and it's unfortunate, but they're going to have to be big sellers at this deadline, and they're probably going to be the biggest seller at the deadline in terms of quantity of players that go and quality of players that go. You talk about the forward market, well, they control it with Gensel. You talk about the goalie market, well, they got 2 of them that are probably going to be available. One more than the other, Nedeljkovic over Jari, that is, but they're going to go. You want a defensive defenseman with term. Marcus Pettersson's available. He's probably not going to get dealt, but you never know. You talk about depth forwards. You got guys like Riley Smith, Lars Eller, potentially a Brian Rust that can go. You have anything's on the table right now, and it's their own doing. It's their own faults, and I could sit here again and point the finger at pretty much everybody. But pretty much everybody besides
Kyle.
Pretty much everybody besides Sidney Crosby at this point. It's and honestly, Jake Gensel. as being the reason why the Penguins are where they are. But again, we got a lot of things to get to today. Sucks that they're in the position that they are, and we'll see what they do. And hopefully they maximize these returns on these trades and they start this retool. But what an utter disaster these last 2 years. And
He already feeling it, but let's get into some recent Devils news. Well, when Devils report comes back, we can talk about them. But around the league, Elias Pettersson locking up an 8-year, almost $93 million contract, $92.8 million. Would have been a free agent this summer. He's only 25 years old, but last couple days, they worked up a deal, and he's going to be in Vancouver. A top 10 pick, focal point for this organization. Rookie of the year in 2018. Career high points last season, Everything's trending up. 75 points this year so far. Been a great year for the team. They're first in their division. They can go into the playoffs without thinking about this either. So now he's the 5th highest paid player in the league at $11.6 million a year. Good deal? Overpay? What are you guys thinking?
I mean, 11.6 for Pettersson's a steal, especially when you look at William Nylander, who's 3 years older. He's not as good as Pettersson, and he got 11.5. Granted, he was in a walk year to where he was a UFA, not an RFA, but when you look at that deal, he's the fifth, going to be the 5th highest paid player in the NHL, which is still a pretty penny. But the cap's going up, and every year that deal ages, it's just going to age better.
That's true. It will age better and better as time goes on.
And I mean, they had to get Pettersson locked up. They had to figure out that contract, and they did. So good on the Canucks.
Yeah, I mean, I was scared when I saw that it was either probably he's staying in Vancouver or he's going to Carolina, because if he went to the Carolina Hurricanes, that would just be that'd be horrible for the entire Eastern Conference. I know they'd have to.
I thought he was going to leave for sure. Honestly,
I
I was shocked they locked him up.
I thought he was going to leave too, but he's just a dynamic player and having a great season. So I think this will be good for the future of this team. This is kind of like the first move of this, I guess, wave, you would say, because they're on kind of the rebound. They had some rough seasons with these same guys, but now they're all kind of figuring it out together, and it might be a new era in Vancouver.
I mean, they're looking at the Stanley Cup right now, right? They're staring right at it. They're trying to do it. They're trying to make that push.
I mean, with 3 days left to go before the deadline, I know they got Elias Lindholm. They could definitely use another guy in there. I mean, you look through that lineup. I mean, their bottom 6 is decent, but you'd like to move a guy Mikheyev down there. You'd like to move like a Pius Suter down there if you could. I mean, they're a team. If they get a guy like a Buchnevich, they get a guy like a Gensel. Jeez.
Yeah, if they had one of those guys, that's a cup favorite right there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Yeah, and it's especially as being so tight in the West. If they make that type of move, I would love it, because you never know when your time is to win at sports. Like,
It's now, man.
You never know. I mean, sometimes you could predict it to be like, they probably were predicting themselves to be in this position next year.
Especially,
well, they're in this position this year.
It's especially great for this team because you have Edmonton, who has had their up and downs. They had a horrible start to this season, and then they go out and have a 16-game win streak. But they're kind of around. They're 10 points behind him. You have Edmonton is probably not going to catch you. Vegas is probably not going to catch you. Vegas won the Stanley Cup last year, and they had a similar season that they did to last year, but they're not in this race. They're at 73 points. I think that, as you said, this is the time for Vancouver to kind of say, you know what, this might be the first year of real success with this group, but this might have to be the year where we go all in and try to win a Stanley Cup.
Honestly, like 39-24, their overall record. They have the 3rd most wins in the whole league.
It's also a year where just, especially their division, and it's the Western Conference, is kind of just, you've Winnipeg leading the Central, tied with Dallas. I just think that this is a year where Vancouver, they need to strike and get it done now, because Vegas is going to be difficult. Edmonton can pull off whatever, but Winnipeg, Dallas, and Colorado, those are teams that I think they're very good teams that I could easily see them going to the Stanley Cup as well, but I think Vancouver has to capitalize on this opportunity.
Even look at Smashville coming out hot in the wild card race right there.
An opportunity like this is not going to come many times.
Not at
all.
It's not
going to come at all.
And Nashville's hot right now, too. They have 8 straight wins. 8 straight wins since, I believe, dating all the way back to the All-Star break, before the All-Star break. No, not before the All-Star break. But they've only lost 2 games since the start of February. Welcome back, Devils Report.
Thank you, Connor.
So we're talking about Elias Pettersson's extension.
It's a great move for Vancouver, I think. I mean, he's a stud. And he will be a stud for a long time.
He will be a stud for, according to them, 8 more years.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that.
But now, want to switch gears to, the New Jersey Devils. Now that you're here, Lindy Ruff is gone. Frank is a happy man. And what are your overall thoughts?
It's kind of sad a little bit because Lindy Ruff is a good person. He obviously was doing what he felt was best for the team. Whether it helped the team or not is a different story. But he was a good person, and unfortunately, things just didn't go his way this year. He deserves a lot of credit for developing players like Jesper Bratt, Nico Hischier, Jack Hughes, who all took massive steps in their career under Lindy Ruff. But I feel like the developmental role was perfect. Aside from that, he's not really... He has a track record of teams that have faltered in the past. He's done it in Dallas. He's done it in Buffalo. And his time runs out in a few years usually. And that's exactly what happened here. So it had to be done. Tom Fitzgerald, general manager, said in a press conference this morning, the team they're way too talented to be playing the way they've been playing. And in some huge games too. I mean, they had a game in Anaheim where the Ducks were on the second half of a back-to-back, and the Devils got outskated by the Ducks and lost in regulation. And those are 2 points that are just slam dunk. Like, they were gift-wrapped an opportunity to get back in the playoff race. You could say the same thing about the game in LA or the game at home against Tampa Bay, where the Devils had a huge opportunity to swing momentum and just completely fell flat and got dominated. And yes, the shot clock might say, oh, the Devils outshot them 40-24 or something like that, because they've been consistently outshooting teams. But it doesn't matter when all those shots are on the perimeter. They haven't been generating many quality chances, and when they do, they're not finishing them. So it's just been a disaster, but it kind of seemed to me at least like Lindy Ruff lost the locker room a little bit, and the Devils just had to do what they had to do to restore order. With that being said, I personally don't believe Travis Green is the answer anyways.
Yes, sir.
His first game tonight, we
will be there. We get to be his first game.
He is scratching Simone Nemitz, which makes no sense to me because Nemitz has played in the last 10 games probably some of the best hockey he's played. And Alexander Holtz is still on the fourth line, and Timo Meier is still not on the top power play unit, which you paid him $9 million to do. So there's still a lot in that equation that I don't like personally, and it makes you wonder, like, is this stuff coming from the top? Is Tom Fitzgerald telling Travis Green, Lindy Ruff what to do? Because in the press conference this morning, Fitzgerald seemed pretty adamant. He said Holtz has had a bad year, and he kind of went off on him. So he doesn't do the little things right. He doesn't win puck battles, whatever. And first of all, yeah, Holtz is kind of one-dimensional. He's a sniper. But you can't follow that up with praising Tyler Toffoli, who's just as one-dimensional, and saying how you want to extend him and he's a huge piece of your team. Like, it doesn't work both ways. It's very contradictory.
Come on, Tommy.
So there's just been a lot that hasn't made a lot of sense. The Devils took a step back after so much promise, and I'm not saying they're finished, or as John Giftopoulos would say, well done like cooked steak.
As John Giftopoulos would say.
But they did take a step back.
Well done like cooked steak, man.
They're going to have to evaluate some things in the offseason. Hopefully they don't make any moves that hinder them further. So their core is not ruined. Their window isn't closing, but this is a tough year. This is a really tough year, not one that many expected coming into the season.
How many front-facing videos have we seen this year?
Too many.
Too many.
Do you think fatigue played a factor in the firing of Lindy Ruff?
I'm not answering that question.
Do you think fatigue played a factor in the downfall of the Devils?
You know what? They sure look fatigued every night, so I'll leave it at that.
What do you the rest of you guys here think fatigue played a factor? Or no?
All I know is I got one question for Devils.
Let's hear it.
Over under 6.5 goals tonight.
In the entire game?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I need
slam
it for the parlay.
Over.
For the parlay.
I'm
Over.
gonna say over.
Over.
It might not be very
I'm gonna go
over.
under,
It might
bro.
be 7 exactly, but
Yeah, I'm
you
saying
figure the
under, too.
Devils, even
Max
if
is
they
saying
lose,
under.
Even if they lose, they're gonna put up a little bit of a fight, just with the new coach and the atmosphere and everything. That's not saying they'll win, but I don't think they're getting shut out.
I think it's
I
gonna be
could be
like
wrong.
5-2, 5-3 Cats.
Yeah, I could see it being like 4-3 Cats, then they score an empty.
What was
netter.
it last time when we went? I don't even remember, man.
I don't either.
It was 4-3 Cats.
That was that close,
It was
really?
4-0 Cats, and the Devils scored 3 unanswered late, and then
I'm going
couldn't
to
tie
look
game
for the
6-5.
score. October 4-3. You're right. Yeah, 4-3.
But we got breaking news.
We got breaking news.
We have cooked up the parlay for tonight.
Woo! Let's hear the parlay reveal. Drum roll.
We got over 6.5 Panthers Devils. We have the Islanders money line tonight against the Blues. We have the Bruins money line at home versus Edmonton at plus money, and we have the over at 176 total against Alabama and Florida.
Oh man,
That's wild.
20 to win 208.
It's a wild parlay.
This guy just likes throwing away.
So we had money lines in there. Let's get to mid-show pick'ems. Let's just do it.
You're just donating money to Bet365.
Nah, not happening.
Let's do some mid-show pick'ems. So let's do the standings
Lock it
first. I think you'll be
Lock
it in.
All right.
Lock it in. All right. Let's do some standings first with pick'ems right now. So in the lead, take a guess who's in the lead.
I am.
Connor.
Connor.
Daniel Amoia is in the lead, 531. All right.
Okay.
Second place.
Justin Brady.
Connor.
Tanner Price.
And your thought, Tanner?
Let's go with AJ Chasan.
You're
Cam
correct.
Martin.
It's AJ Chasan with 529. So 531 and 529. I'm in third with 524. So falling off quite a bit. Daniel's back in front. AJ's in second. We've reset back to where we were. Third place. Yo, you guys are gonna go wild for
Wait.
third, fourth, and fifth.
Okay.
All right, third
No way.
place is Alex Daly,
Nuh-uh.
495.
You mean
What?
Oh, fourth place. Fourth place.
Okay, I was
sorry.
gonna say no way. I passed you.
I'm third. Right. I'm 524. Fourth place, Alex, 495.
Okay.
Fifth place,
Tanner Price.
no,
No.
is Justin Brady. But if Alex is 495, guess where Justin's at?
494.
He's probably right behind me. He's got to be.
486.
Oh, okay, I got a little.
So that
ways.
leaves Tanner in last. But guess where Tanner Price is?
You
at?
mean
86.
Four Quinn's brother's number?
480.
So Justin's at 481. Where is Tanner?
480.
Around
479. 469.
476.
and Max goes 476.
478.
481.
Oh, let's go!
He's
Wait, so
only
he's
five
five
down.
behind?
Let's go!
Justin. He's only 5 down.
Go,
Dude.
baby.
He's
I
made
was-
the comeback.
It's
I was
happening.
like 20 down like 2 months ago. I was
It's because of the
20.
Sharks.
I was 20 behind Alex.
Yeah.
Tanner Price to win the whole thing, futures bet, plus 18 billion.
Plus
Lock it
18.
in.
I really wonder what would have happened if I didn't miss probably an entire week's worth of pick'ems.
I'm in first, and I missed, I think...
You missed one day or something.
You missed a huge day,
I missed
though.
a huge day, and I also missed a day where there was 2 games.
And I think we all got 2 points the other day because we all got the 2 games correct.
Oh yeah.
What?
Tanner just electrocuted himself.
What do you mean? What do you mean Tanner just electrocuted
I'm
himself?
plugging my computer in. And I got electric shock through my body. I literally just electrocuted myself.
They do say this is the most electric show on
It's
WMS.
the most electric show
But
on WMC.
That means everyone's
sound-
parlay's hitting tonight.
That sound effect was brutal.
Wow.
Are you
I never want to feel that again.
He actually got fully
That's
electrocuted.
insane.
I did.
I didn't know that.
There's
I
smoke
didn't know
coming
the
off his
Tampa Bay
head.
Lightning were in town.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
No, like I like
Tanner,
I'm not
are
lying.
you okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
I feel okay. might have to keep Prudential Center security in line.
This is the clip. This is the
This
Instagram
is
clip.
insane. It is insane.
Oh my god.
I just look at him. I'm like, "Yo, are you good?" He's like, I whispers me, "I just electrocuted myself." Oh my god, I love you, Tanner.
Like my fingers are still like I can still feel it.
Oh my god, I'm gonna have a
Maybe you have
heart attack.
superpowers.
Maybe I do.
Oh my
My
god.
face is literally red.
Oh my god.
He
Welcome
electrocuted
to all the
himself.
new people on Breaking the Ice. This does not happen every week.
Hello, breaking the ice, man.
Jeez.
Breaking the bolts.
This is one of the leaders of WMSC sports team right
This
here.
is a
Tanner
sports
Price.
training of WMSC getting electrocuted.
He is responsible for training people to come on the airwaves. And he is electrocuting himself in his own
electrocuted.
studio. This is what we have at Montclair State. This is what we have.
Award-winning content.
Wouldn't want to have it any other way.
This is,
Winning
this
content.
is a multiple-time award-winning radio station. We have members electrocuting themselves.
All right, boys.
Oh, that was,
Woo!
Oh,
You know,
that's one
I
of the
needed.
best moments
You know,
of the show.
I did need a bolt of energy, and I
He got it
physically
literally.
got it. So
He literally got the bolt of energy.
coming for the Prudential Center tonight. Cats take over.
This game's gonna be electric.
I think you should wear your Rempe jersey now.
I can't. They lost.
No, it's an electric move. Trust me.
I had to think about it. You know what? Sasha Barkov, hat trick tonight.
I feel like it would really get a charge in you if you did it.
We're gonna make electricity puns for the rest of the day, man. Rest of the day coming. So, pick'ems now. We'll get right into it. First game. Let's do
Wait,
it.
You know what?
The game we're going to.
You know what just happened?
What happened?
I am 5 away from getting 5th in pick'ems, and God was like, that cannot happen. I have to be last.
Just give you a little warning when you said you were
Yeah.
getting close.
We're gonna walk into the Prudential Center, and it's raining outside. So like a big bolt of lightning is just gonna strike like the Marty Brodeur statue, or something.
Unreal, man.
A puck's gonna go flying and hit Cam in the face
Why Cam? Why is Cam the target?
because it's supposed to hit. I don't know.
So,
It's supposed to hit me. I don't
first
know.
game. Devils, Panthers on pick'ems. Where are we going with this?
I don't know, man.
We can't even do it yet, bro. We can't even do
Cam.
it. Everyone's just laughing. We can't even.
I'm taking breaking the net tonight.
Breaking the rim. Breaking the
rim,
rim.
breaking the rim.
Breaking the net. That's
I'm
the
sorry.
volleyball team. That's
Right.
the volleyball
all
team.
right, Devils Panthers.
Florida. Gatos. Roll.
Cats.
Cats.
Vamos.
Wait, AJ said Devils.
I said Devils.
AJ said Devils, and then
Vamos.
Tanner's
Devils.
rolling Cats. All right. I'm typing mine in the chat as we go. Blue Jackets,
Wait, we
Penguins.
need to get theirs too.
Oh yeah, Talk Studio boys. Who's winning the game tonight?
I said Devils.
Devils.
I'll say Panthers.
Let's go. Kyle knows what's up. He's a smart guy. They have the most wins in the league. They have 42 of them.
I was looking at
43.
standings before just now.
Yeah, look on the standings. All right. Next game, we got Blue Jackets, Penguins. I'm going to rock with Pittsburgh. I feel like that's just the smart move here.
I'm going Pittsburgh.
Give me Columbus.
Oh,
Give me Columbus.
Pittsburgh.
Dude, Columbus put up a 7 spot the other day, didn't they?
let's find out.
Last night or 2
Yeah, they
nights
put
ago?
up a 6 spot last night.
6.
They actually have a
Alex Nylander is a dog right now.
They have a 2-game win
They're
streak.
They're kind of on a heater. I'm
They're
not
a
gonna lie.
two-game
You're
heater.
welcome.
After they snapped the
Emil
Rangers streak,
Hemstrom.
they kind of been pretty good.
All right, so I'm rocking blue. I'm not rocking Blue Jackets. I'm rocking Penguins. I'm rocking Penguins.
Penguins.
Even though the Penguins have lost their last 3 in pretty bad fashion.
Oh, and Daniel, last night with the all I needed was the Knights to win, and I would have won $200. And Alex Nylander of all people screws it with a hat trick. Terrible.
I think that's why you shouldn't bet.
Well then, boys. Western and Eastern Conference massive matchup. Edmonton Oilers, Boston Bruins. Give me the Oilers, man.
Give me Boston.
This guy.
Give me Boston. I'm riding with my parlay.
Justin Brady took the Oilers,
Give me Boston.
so give me Boston.
I'm going with Justin then, man. Unreal.
Boston.
Dude. Screw Boston. So now next game. Islanders on a 3-game win streak are the St. Louis Blues. Interesting. Blues are fighting for a playoff spot. They're also on a 2-game heater, but they had a rough February. I feel like what team is going to win Blues Islanders?
Islanders, we're rocking with the parlay.
I'm going with the Blues.
Give me the Blues. I got Bennington on my fantasy team.
I got Bennington on my
Bennington
fantasy.
played last night, so it's probably not going to play tonight.
No, never mind. Give me the Islanders.
Islanders at home on a win streak. I'm rocking with them. Daniel, what are you taking? Islanders, Blues.
I'm going to go Islanders.
He knows what's up.
Guy's ready to shoot immense amount of B-roll right now.
The B-roll is about to happen right here in the studio.
B-roll.
You should imagine you got Tanner getting electrocuted. Oh my god! Your Talk Studio boys, you guys gotten electrocuted yet or no?
No, we're trying. We're putting our hand in every outlet here.
Oh my god, dude! I literally, I haven't laughed like
This
that.
show has turned into electrocution PSA and gambling PSA.
0-1. Worst show on the
Gambling
campus.
problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Gambling problem.
Guys, that way to get sued.
So, Montreal, Nashville. I'm taking the Predators. They've won 8 straight. They're taking on Montreal, who's trash. They're going for 9 straight. Nashville.
I'm with you.
Give me Montreal.
Damn, you're just calling Montreal trash? Canadians all the way.
What game is this?
Pay attention. I know you got shocked.
Canadians Predators.
Yeah, Canadians, Predators.
Give me Nashville.
And he adds a suspense just to pick the favorite.
Adds the suspense just to pick the favorite. My goodness. All right. Daniel's struggling so much right now. It's so funny.
He just whispers.
How to use a Z90 camera? Yo, how do you use a Z90?
What are you even shooting?
Shooting B-roll.
I am shooting B-roll for my
what?
news videography project.
What is it?
It is basically like a mini doc of the radio station.
You're gonna need the battery, kiddo.
He's trying to turn the camera on, no battery. Oh my god.
Yo, this has been an eventful show.
This is unreal. We gotta have multiple Instagram clips just in one. All right. Seattle Kraken, Winnipeg Jets. I'm taking the Jets. They're at the top of the West almost. Seattle doesn't have it this year. Give me Winnipeg.
Give me Winnipeg.
Winnipeg.
Yeah, I'm with you.
And Daniel.
I'm going to go Winnipeg.
He's a smart guy as he tries to put the battery in, though. So, Chicago Blackhawks, Arizona Coyotes, who have finally broken their losing streak. They lost every single game in the month of February and 3 into January. So the Coyotes lost, let's count, 6, 10, I believe it was 16 straight games they lost. And they have now
brutal.
gotten a 2-game win streak, and they go against Chicago. So I'm going to be taking the Arizona Coyotes at Mullet Arena tonight.
Give me the Arizona State Coyotes.
The Arizona State Coyotes. Forks up, baby.
Give me Pike.
Give me Pike.
Give me Chicago.
This guy.
Give me them Blackhawks.
This guy.
Daniel knows what's up.
So, next game on the roster here. I said roster. Vancouver versus LA.
Kings are favored.
Kings are favored tonight.
That's shocking.
I mean, they're at home.
Fair.
Dude, the
But-
Panthers aren't
They
favored
have
at
a
home tonight.
starter.
What's that supposed to mean?
You said the Panthers aren't favored at
I
home?
mean, the Devils aren't favored at home tonight.
Well, that's because they're the Devils.
They're close to being favored though. They're like, the odds are like only minus 105 or something like that.
It's minus 130 Panthers, plus 110 Devils.
Dude,
That's on DraftKings,
last night it was minus 105 Devils.
Dude, I don't like that because then it feels like a trap game. And then it's like, why are the Devils? Why are the Panthers only this favored?
Money
So,
lines. Money lines aren't fun in hockey.
No, they're not.
Money lines aren't fun in hockey. Let's check out the Kings versus the Canucks so far this season when they've matched up.
They just played the other day, and the Kings beat them 5-1 in Vancouver.
Yeah.
No, that's probably why they're favored then.
Now look, you go down the lineup here. I mean, they didn't really play. Haven't played too much, but yes, you're right. They did play. The other day they won 5-1, and then today they play as well, and then later on in the month they play again, and they play them one more time in April.
Wow.
So the Kings have the one win. They're at home. You know what? Let's do it. I'm rocking with Lack.
Give me the Kings.
L.A.
Give me them Vancouver Canucks.
Give me the Nucks.
Give me the Nucks.
All right, Alex, we got this.
Yeah, easy.
So one more: Dallas and San Jose. Dallas.
Dallas Stars.
I can't. I'm fighting for every last point.
Suddenly Tanner cares.
Do you believe you even made it this far?
I don't believe that if I get fifth, the generational choke job by Justin Brady will need to be like
Studied.
the focus of a 30 for 30.
All right. So Tanner's not going to do it. One of us have to do it. You guys all pick Dallas. So that just means I'm going to have to pick the Sharks.
Dude, put them in your parlay. Plus 310. That's a boost if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, it's free.
It's free. It's certainly free.
money.
Yeah.
Roll Sharks, baby.
This guy, man. He did. He took the Sharkies. They've only won 15 times this season, so this could be the 16th.
It is going to be the 16th. It's free. Me and Alex just declared it. It's free.
We were at Devils Sharks on December 1st.
And I'm so upset I didn't go to that game.
And it was a
'cause that would've been
phenomenal
hilarious.
game. Anthony Duclair scored 2 goals. I think he has 10 on the season, so that was 2 of his 10 that day. Potentially could get traded in a few days. But that's where we're at right now, you know?
Future Ranger.
Future Ranger.
And also former Ranger.
Future and former Ranger. So let's talk about the current state of the Rangers. And once Alex gets back, because Alex just left, and he's literally a Rangers fan, and we want to get his insight as well. But we'll look around the rest of the league.
While we do so.
Chris Tanev trade
Yeah.
to the Dallas Stars. Daniel, Chris Tanev was a Devil
I
for
was
3
just going to
seconds.
say, it was to the Devils, then to the Stars.
For 3 seconds, Chris Tanev was a Devil. You had an elite defenseman real quick.
Put him in the rafters.
So I believe the Devils got out of that trade a 2026 fourth rounder, and they're 25% retained on Tanev as well.
Yeah, I mean, otherwise the cap space is going to go to waste, so might as well use it for something, but it's a little disappointing that other than that, they've basically done nothing, so.
And Dallas gets Tanev 75% retained because 50% going to Calgary, I believe, and 25% to the Devils. Cole Brady, Justin Brady's brother, also headed to the Dallas Stars, and Calgary gets a 2nd-round pick, a 3rd-round pick if Dallas makes the Cup final this year. So yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, I like to trade for Dallas. Obviously getting Tanev. For Calgary, I thought it was a bit interesting, and I kind of wanted to talk about this a little bit, and because Dallas Calgary could have gotten a 1st-round pick for Tanev. Edmonton wanted to give it with the first if Calgary was willing to take on a player like Cody Ceci or Ward Fogle to make the cap work. But but Calgary opted not to. They opted not to take the 1st-round pick package. Instead, they took the 2nd and the prospect. So what is that? That kind of tells me something about what people are thinking about this draft, especially in the 1st round.
Yeah. It might be. You said it earlier. What the Penguins, what they said about trading Gensel.
Mm-hmm. They prefer prospects over picks.
Yeah, I think that's what because last year you had a loaded draft class. This year is Celebrini,
and that's pretty much it.
Pretty much it. So I think that we're going to see a lot of teams go for 2nd-round picks, but I also think it's weird because it's a market where there's not that much. We've seen guys that could get traded, and they're like, they could get a 1st-round pick, but will these teams want to give up first? I'm not sure.
John Giftopoulos says we're getting Vetrano and Wenberg.
Vetrano and Wenberg?
That's what John Giftopoulos says. The Rangers will get Frank Vetrano and Alex Wenberg, 2
if I
former Florida Panthers.
If I was a Ranger fan, I would want the Wenberg-Eberle package. Because if you're going to get the Enrique Vetrano package, Anaheim wants a lot, and their management has shown, especially last year, because they could have traded Enrique at last deadline, but teams weren't willing to give the Ducks what they wanted, and the Ducks, to their credit, just said no. We're going to wait. We're going to wait to see what we want. And Vetrano's a guy who has term. He has 1 more year left, so Anaheim's not just going to sell him just to sell him. They can wait on him. They could wait till the summer. They can wait till next deadline to see if a team's going to give them what they want. So I don't know. The Wenberg-Eberle package, as a Rangers fan, would be kind of interesting, especially the fact that you probably wouldn't have to give up a 1st to get him.
I would love to see Frankie in a Rangers jersey again.
Again?
No, that would make my day.
He was an all-star this year.
Sure was. He was a top-ranked forward for a lot of the year.
Would you rather give up like a 1st, a 3rd, and a prospect for like Vetrano and Enrique, or would you rather give up like a 2nd and a 4th, get Eberle who could play on the he could play on the 1st line on the wing, and get Wenberg who's a solid 3rd-line center for like a 2nd and a 4th rounder?
See, that would probably be the smarter thing to do. But it's Frank Vetrano, man.
Fair
I think
point.
with Vetrano, I think the Rangers' biggest need is to pair a guy up with they've had this for how many years? Zibanejad, Kreider, who else? Because they're going with VC, they're going with Kakko. It's never working. Yeah. I sound like a broken record. I say it almost every year around this time, is that they need that guy. They got it last year. It worked out well, but Frank Vetrano, he worked well. They went on the long platform. Those three worked well. So I think it's, what you're gonna get. You might have to give up a 1st-round pick for it. You know that these 3 are going to work well together, and I think it's going to be a lot because they need to propel Kreider and Zibanejad into the playoffs because they have not been having. Kreider's been having a good season. Zibanejad is having a really odd season. He scores on the power play at will, 5-on-5 even strength. He's not the same player that he's looked like the last couple of years. And I think if you get Vetrano, you might be able to get him back and get back to what you had in 2021 when you made that deep run. And I think you have an even better team than you did that year.
I think it's definitely hard to pair a young guy up with Kreider or Zibanejad.
Mm-hmm.
So when that time does come and you find someone like Vetrano where it actually works, like you said, it's something that's kind of hard to pass up
because
if
you
it's
would
on the table.
You would put. I think that's the biggest thing the Rangers are going to have to look for because Zibanejad was a ghost in the playoffs last year in the first round series. Kreider, whatever. If you pair two 30 goal scorers with Zibanejad, that will elevate his game.
Oh,
because
for sure.
He's playing on a line that is jumbled every night because they're going in it with Kreider, Zibanejad, and then whoever this right wing is.
Right.
And then the second line is
It's
set.
going to be Rempe soon.
The second line is perfectly set. They're not moving off of Panarin, Trocheck, and Lafreniere. That has been the Rangers' best line this season.
Such a good one.
All three players have been amazing players this season. That line just works perfectly together.
If you would have told me at the beginning of the year that Trocheck was going to be an all-star,
yeah,
I would.
Now he's taken what we thought Mika Zibanejad. He's kind of become that role in the team, but that line they're not mixing up.
It's arguably been a top 5 line in hockey. If not a top 3 line in hockey.
Because Trocheck, you get the physicality that he brings, and he has a scoring touch. You get Lafreniere, who's just his confidence is building every single game, and he's scoring more at a pace that we expected him to. And Panarin is having probably the best season of his career.
You can literally see Laff get better every
you
single
could see it,
game.
yeah, and I think
it's so nice to see.
And I think that's what the Rangers they haven't done is they didn't have patience with these guys, and now they finally let the legs grow because who knows in the next game on Saturday, I don't know who the first. They do this all the time where I don't know who the first line right winger is going to be.
Yeah.
They're like, is it Kapokako? Is it Jimmy Vesey? Let's try out, and I mean we'll know by then who it's going to be because the trade deadline passed. But I think you kind of need to get a guy that is solidified, is going to work with him. I think I'd rather have them get Vetrano because I don't really know if at least this season, because of the talent that you have that you're building in the minors, if you really care about that first round pick.
Yeah,
this might be a season where you are having a bunch of players. You're having Panarin probably. He has after this year 2 more years left on his deal. You need to. This is the best year he has been having. It's going to come down. It's going to come down when we get to the playoffs. It's going to come down to if he can perform. If all the big names can perform, because that's what they haven't had in the last 2 seasons. Panarin was a ghost in the last 2 playoffs. He's probably the most dynamic player going in to these playoffs. If he plays well, they have a good shot at the cup. If he doesn't play well, they got no shot. So I think you got to get Vetrano to kind of shore up. That's who I want.
I think in a perfect world, what I would like to see before playoffs is that with Vetrano or not, I want to have that Kreider's advantage line like set in stone.
Yes.
Like they need to all be comfortable playing with each other at least 5 or 6 games before playoffs even start.
Do we bring?
Because
if you don't figure out that line, it doesn't you guys banked a lot of points. You're going to be in a 5 position come playoffs, but if you don't get that line figured out, you guys aren't doing anything.
Because they had, I don't know if it was a blessing or disguise or not, because they had it figured out with Blake Wheeler, but he wasn't playing well. So now they have an opportunity to go in and get a different guy. I also could see if the Rangers want to swing bigger, bring back Pavel Buchnevich, because that is one of the most regrettable decisions this organization has ever made. When they were like,
horrible.
Let's get a bunch of gritty guys. Trade him for Sammy Blais. Sammy Blais gone. He gets injured. Thanks, PK Subban. Gets injured, and now he's back in St. Louis. Now he's back in St. Louis, and that was one of the worst trades I've ever made. He was my favorite player on the team at the time, and I still don't know why they did that deal.
Yeah,
because they tried. They were like, let's get more grit players, but I think
it was that one for me, and then losing McDonough and Zuccarello. Those were my probably most regretted decisions.
Well, Zuccarello, I kind of knew was coming because he was, at the end of a contract. They weren't making the playoffs. You could see it. But
he was fun to watch.
Buchnevich, it was just a weird situation. He's a guy that I really liked when he was here. I really hope they could swing something. Maybe get him. The one thing that I think they won't do is just stand pat at the deadline because they need
something.
Players.
But I don't want them to go crazy buying like they did last year with Kane
No.
and Tarasenko.
I think what they need, what they had in the playoffs in 2021 was good because they brought in. They got shored up more of the depth of the team. Last year was swinging for the big names, which, Tarasenko and Kane, they're gonna draw tickets. But when it came to like to the wire to the playoff time, they weren't really back to where they're. I could see Tarasenko. I could very well see them trading for him again.
Yeah, he fit well for
because he did
games.
fit well in that line. But it sucks to see Patrick Kane, in Detroit.
Absolutely
tearing it up when last year he couldn't make a defensive play.
He scored more goals in his first game with Detroit than he did in entire time with the Rangers.
Well, look, they had a great February. They lost 1 game to the Blue Jackets. March though, I mean, it's only been 2 games.
It's been 2 games
against big teams. Well,
you lost what big teams?
The Cats.
And the Leafs. Well, I mean, you still got a point off of that one.
I was telling Dan the other day that if we could see a Rangers-Leafs series in the playoffs, that would be the most.
I was telling
electric thing
Tanner,
in
let's
the
get
world.
Rangers-Cats ECF.
Possible.
The thing with these last 2 games though that made me feel a little bit better is that they can hang with these teams.
Oh yeah,
because
of course, it was a close game.
That,
it was never not a close game yesterday.
Both games were toss-ups.
That's been something that they do in the regular season a lot, where they can't compete with these A+ level teams. Like last year, they played Boston and they would just go out, not play well. You could tell that Boston was the better team in that game. I think with these last couple of games when the Rangers have played quality opponents, like they played Toronto and they played the Panthers, they were hanging with them. And
Sam Reinhart's just inevitable, man.
And the go-ahead goal, the game-winning goal yesterday,
Ryan Lomberg, bro,
was literally.
I couldn't believe it, bro. I was on the phone when that was happening. I'm like, what? Because he scored. First off, let's set the picture. Ryan Lomberg doesn't even score, right? He's the enforcer of the team. So it's literally like Rempe scoring, like it's the equivalent, and he just dumped it in pretty much from right inside the blue line, and I started going in there. I'm like, yo, it wasn't quite Andrew Hammond's levels of bad, but it was it was a tough one.
Igor was blinded by Trouba. He shot it right through Trouba's legs, went in.
It went through Trouba's legs? I didn't see that.
I have a question for the crowd. If you guys all tuned in to the Maple Leafs Rangers shootout.
I did not.
Well, do you think Mitch Marner went backwards?
No.
That was a big controversy I saw, that he went backwards before he took his shot.
I think it's
really close.
Let's look at the video. Let's look at the video.
It's something. I think it's one of those where whatever they call on the ice was going to stand no matter what.
Yeah,
there's not really conclusive evidence either way. And I also think, because I saw someone, it was actually a Leafs fan, which I don't know why he was talking, because that fan base just whatever. You got
Editor in Leaf. Shout out my boy Editor in Leaf.
You got Sheldon Keefe talking about, oh yeah, Matt Rempe after your team just won. All right, you move on.
I'm watching the Mitch Marner clip right now. Let's see.
You got Ryan Reeves, 30-year-old something, washed up. His best years were 5 years ago. Like, you want to fight? And Rempe's just like, okay.
They both showed respect for each other.
The only thing that I like,
where would Mitch Marner have gone backwards? I don't see it.
Before he shot.
Even if
I don't see
I wasn't a Ranger fan, I would have
Max
voted for them
doesn't see it, man.
I would have voted for them to wave that off, because I would just want to see the Toronto media. Because they would have
cried so much.
If
they would have cried so hard.
If they waved that off, that would have been the game-winning save.
All right, let's Tanner, we're gonna give a comparison for the non-hockey fans in the other talk studio. What's the MLB fan base comparison to the Leafs fans?
Oh,
Yankees fans.
Yeah, honestly, pretty much.
I've
That's pretty
heard
spot
that
on.
Leaf fans are horrible. They're not.
Yeah, I feel like it has to be Yankees.
They're the Yankees. They're Yankees fans of the NHL.
Yeah.
I also want to add, for as fun as the whole Matt Rempe thing has been, it's not sustainable. I know.
No, not at all, bro.
Like he his fighting style, like he's constantly exposing his face. You saw those black eyes.
He's settling it down. He's
Yeah.
because he's settling it down,
He
which
has
I think
to.
he needs to do because I think it's great for the Rangers because they have two big body guys out there on the fourth line, and I think that's what they've needed is that physical presence. But the fighting, I'm just afraid with Rempe. I mean, I'm just afraid that he's going to be in the playoffs and the moment's going to be too big and he's going to take some dumb penalty. That is what I've been scared of when he had that was the first thought I had in that Devils game. I was like, you don't need to be taking that.
Right.
Because you could get away with it in the regular season, but when you're playing a playoff game, every single goal matters. We saw Vegas. They lost the series because they took a dumb penalty. And I don't want Matt Rempe to be that guy that takes that dumb penalty and the Rangers are down for 5 minutes, and that's why they don't win. That's why they don't win a Stanley Cup this year.
Did you just reference the Electric Sharks 5-minute power play?
Yes, I did.
The Electric Sharks 5-minute power
I
play.
did.
I think it's so funny to see Barclay Goodrow skating around with 6-7 wingers next
Oh,
to
yeah.
him. Two of them.
Fun fact,
It's
I was
so,
actually at that game.
it's so funny.
What?
I was actually at that Vegas
Wait,
Sharks.
what?
It's a Game 7 game.
You what?
There's no way.
Yeah.
You how have you not told us
No.
this before?
Yeah, I've been there. I was there.
But I've been
How?
I
there.
was there. I was
How?
There. Yeah,
Wait,
I was
how?
there.
All right, AJ, story time.
Huh?
How? What?
We were in California, and it was just I was in California with my dad, and we were staying, and we were like, if this series goes 7, because it was we were watching Game 6, and it was like, if this series goes 7, we're gonna get tickets and go. We got tickets up high, and it was a sick game. We're up high in the corner on the end that they scored 4 goals on that power play.
That's crazy.
Dude, how have you never told us that?
It just never came up.
That's like an iconic game in NHL history.
I would say
That is like one of
And
the
you're
game
here
up.
talking about
That
the
is like-
Penguins. I saw this Penguin.
That is
Sidney
one of the-
Crosby
that
did
is one
this.
of-
It's like, dude.
That is like one of the
nice.
hockey games of the last you could ask probably so many people were watching it. Like that was one of the biggest games ever.
That was unreal.
All I remember somehow I remember from that night, that was the day Jacob Raymond and Reese Hoskins were going at each other.
Oh my god.
I remember flipping back and forth. See the Mets lose like 17-0. There's a fight breaking out. Vegas is up 3-0. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Reese Hoskins was pissed that day.
Yeah.
He was not happy.
Oh my goodness.
He really thought Jacob Rehm tried to intentionally hit him, as if Jacob Rehm has any control in the first place.
Did he get signed, Hoskins?
Brewers.
Yeah,
he's
Brewers.
Oh, right. Yeah. We're going to see him opening day against the Mets.
Oh no! Oh no!
You know, there's just 2 homers and 4 RBIs in that series.
Phil Bickford on the mound. Phil Bickford on the mound in the 8th inning in a big situation.
Frank is
After-
biting his shirt.
After
Breaking
Mets
the
up 2
You're breaking
runs.
I was about to say breaking the diamond right now. We're breaking the diamond.
I
Right now.
watched Reese Hoskins, ironically, on the night that the Mets threw a no-hitter against the Phillies. In pregame for that game, Reese Hoskins, there was like a little kid, Mets fan, like asking for the ball. Reese Hoskins fake throws it to him, shakes his head, walks away. Literal villain. And then the Phillies got no hit, so that was some great karma. But
Typical
I was
Phillies.
like, it's a little
Yo,
kid,
get
and
ready
the
to-
kid looked
True,
like so
Max.
upset. Like,
Get ready to learn Wisconsin, buddy.
Get ready to learn Wisconsin.
Get ready to learn cheese.
Yeah, but thoughts though.
Get ready to learn cheese curds.
Will Frank bite his shirt tonight? Over under
Oh,
2.5
yes.
times.
Oh,
2.5
we
biting
need-
sessions.
No,
way
no,
over.
You know what I just realized. You know what we need tonight? Frank the Tank World of T-shirts.
They will
they'll
both
be
be,
in
they
the
will both
same
be in the building.
We need a picture with the both.
Wait, how do you
of
know
them.
World of T-shirts?
He
is gonna be
posted a
set?
TikTok.
I'm gonna be in
We'll have to pay him.
Yeah.
Jersey
Look at his TikTok
Devils.
right now.
Guys, no
I'm
way.
gonna be at the new.
And he's rooting for the Devils.
No way.
I'm gonna be at the New Jersey Devils game tonight. We need to find.
Timo Meyer needs to be on the first power play.
We see new post.
I'm sick
No.
of Alex Holtz being on the fourth line.
New post from Devils fanatics, and he's just interviewing people, and one of them is World of T-shirts.
Oh my god.
What do you think that?
Who's this
What do you
Jack
think?
Hughes
What do you think that?
fellow?
What do you think
What is
the-
he doing?
What do you think the Devils?
Ice?
What do you think the Devils need to do at the deadline? I think that they should go out. Yeah.
There's so many puck bunnies here.
Wait.
I'm going to the New Jersey Devils game tomorrow at the Prudential Center.
Guys, the GOAT is going to be in attendance. The two
This is
of the
gonna
most
be a great
favorite,
night.
my most favorite icons ever will be at the New Jersey.
We need
Devils
to
game
we need to
tonight.
find both of them.
Take a picture, one picture with. That's a thumbnail. That's a thumbnail. If we
That-
can find it.
There's,
That's a
I
thumbnail.
can't figure out a better picture.
That would be the
A
greatest
group
moment.
picture with Frank and World of
That would be the
Do you
greatest
think
moment.
they
That would be
take a
the
photo
greatest
together?
moment of all of our lives.
Wait,
They're
Max,
probably
what'd you say?
Do you think they would take a photo together?
World of Tees is just going
I
to
mean,
charge us money.
We'd have to find them in the same spot. And
That's true.
We know
We
where
should
Frank is
find-
sitting. We know where Frank is sitting.
Listen,
We know where he doesn't move,
Listen,
man.
we'll see. We know where Frank is going to sit, and we'll look for a guy in a captain's hat.
What hat?
He wears a
captain's
sailor,
hat.
the
Okay,
sailor
wears a
hat.
sailor
Yeah.
hat.
All right, let's do this, man. This is gonna be the greatest game ever, baby.
We're going to see him licking the floor or something.
I'm going to see a goal by Anton Lundell tonight.
Yo, why were you the way you were talking and moving your mouth? It was so accurate. Dude.
I'm going to see Matthew Chuck tonight. he throws a rat on the
Barkov jersey.
Yo, didn't he get arrested the other one?
You
He
know,
gets arrested like every
I'm-
other day.
my favorite
serious.
player on the ice is Curtis McDermott.
Yo, what's the chance we sit in the same section as World of T-shirts?
Imagine he's like right next to you.
Oh wait,
What-
who wants the edge
what-
seat? Who's calling the edge seat? Right, Alex is raising his hand.
This Akira Schmidt.
Tyler's calling the edge seat, bro.
Pretty bad. Go.
We're just going to see him
Kira,
just knocking down
where is
shooters.
Nico Dawes?
Oh, I can't wait
Oh,
now.
man.
Now I want the game to be right now.
Holy. What if he's on the train with us?
He might be.
If we transfer
That
to
guy
Caucus,
lives
there's a
on
good
NJ
chance he might be.
Transit. The guy lives on NJ Transit.
Who's excited to take NJ Transit today, baby?
I'm stoked. It's
Woo!
always
The
a good
trains are
time,
canceled.
honestly.
You didn't know?
The train.
They're already canceled. We can't get there.
Oh yeah, we can't
We're
get
gonna have
home,
to walk.
guys. We're gonna have
there are no
to.
trains
Kind of
running
having
into
some
the.
FOMO here.
You know.
Daniel never got to go on that
I'm
epic
taking
ride
my
home,
car.
man.
It's
What right?
all time.
Oh, that
all
one.
Yeah.
time.
Grateful.
He's grateful. He's so
It was
grateful.
enough having to run through Times Square and making the train by like 30 seconds.
Yo, Alex, shout out Alex for like, dude, let's make the run. Who said to get off at Grand Central?
Alex.
Oh,
He was like, my friend told me to get off here. I was like,
There's
okay.
been plenty of other New Jersey Transit memories.
And guys, guess what? Now we look back and laugh.
Yeah,
and
we-
we made it, baby. We made it.
who has ever missed the train? I've never missed it.
Me.
Oh,
Oh yeah. We passed the train while John was on the platform.
wait, no,
I
that was
said-
that was
or
Daniel on
was
the
you
platform.
Oh
I
my God,
watched
Dan-
I watched it move away.
Yeah, John got on like as the doors closed.
No, but
Yep.
John missed the next time, right? John
Yeah.
missed
So
once as
next
well.
time
he did
John
miss.
missed.
He did miss.
And then him and Tanner
Yeah.
came.
Yeah.
That
Oh
was
my
the infamous Mets 2-1 win in 8 innings.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah,
2-1,
it's a win.
the 1-0, the 2. That
It's the
was
great,
smart.
the med kit.
You guys need to know the times for the train.
Pastrami med kit today or no? Is there a pastrami med kit today?
I don't think they serve pastrami at
Are
the
we gonna
Rock.
have Are we gonna have nachos med kit today?
The
Yeah.
press
Maybe
box
you
would be
guys.
destroyed.
Goya Nachos med kit.
What they got up in the press box for Daniel and Moya?
Rum
It's
bucket.
probably either gonna be pretzels or chicken tenders and fries.
Chicken tenders and fries med kit incoming, 100%.
I'm in the press box.
What if I
Get him a
up to
cre-
the
get him a
press box
credential.
and Joshua Block is just
Get him a
up there?
No,
credential.
what if he's the you know how AJ, Daniel, and Justin.
Oh, the skee ball.
What if he does the skee ball? What if he does the skee ball? He loses, and then he just starts like, starts throwing his jersey everywhere. He just like gets really he gets really angry.
Oh my
Okay,
goodness.
Will Frank section last home game at the Rock? Frank section started a "Shut Up, Frank" chant. Will that happen again tonight?
Yes.
I hope so.
I saw a question. I
witnessed that live.
I saw a question that someone posed on Twitter. You get Mets season tickets for
Oh, I
life,
saw that.
but your seats are in the same section as Frank Fleming.
Like right in front of him.
Oh,
Like, he's
100% I would
Do you
take
take
that.
it?
Yeah, I'm doing that.
100%.
Dude, I sat behind him
Oh,
at a
season-
pizzeria. I'd do it at a game.
Yeah,
He
I
made
guess-
our
I
pizza.
guess I'd do
No,
it.
I would do it and then sell the tickets. I would go to the. I'd sell those tickets and buy cheaper tickets that aren't right in front of Frank.
Loophole.
I don't know.
I would sit right in front of Frank because that'd just be 9 innings of just straight entertainment.
No, it would be funny for like half of the first game, and then you would want no part of it. Trust me.
Until he starts biting your collar.
I can't take anymore. And it's Adrian Hauser. Adrian Hauser. I can't take anymore.
Does he have like a mouthpiece that he wears?
He has a necklace that he has like a medallion that he chews on.
Ay. Familia.
Adrian Hauser, I can't do any more of it. I can't do any more Somanaya.
All right, over under how many?
Lightning still affecting Tanner.
Yeah. Over under how many shirts bitten today? What's the line? What line are we gonna set?
How many times is
How
a
many
shirt
times
bitten,
is
or how
shirts
many
bitten?
different shirts are bitten?
You shut up.
Yeah, how many shirts? How many shirts is Frank going through today? How many
Literally,
shirts?
the first thing I did when Frank started like yelling at the fans, I texted you guys so fast. I'm like, Frank's losing it. Like, I think he's about to get kicked out. The security guards came over. Like I had the breaking the ice chat on speed dial.
It's so funny.
He just got kicked out of Citi Field as well. They sent him a letter saying he has to calm it down.
Oh right, yeah, he got
Citi Field.
he got a disclaimer from them.
So one more thing: who has never met Frank? In any of us, have we all met Frank before?
I think so.
I have not.
Tyler has not met Frank, so tonight is gonna be the best day of his life.
That's correct.
If it's a happy Frank.
No, it's the Cats. It's not gonna be a happy Frank.
Oh my
Sorry,
god!
no,
Imagine if
yeah.
they're down like 4-0 after the first period. All day. Hey Frank, we have a picture for you. No, you shut up.
You love losing. You probably want to keep Lindy Ruff.
No,
It's the worst thing that ever happened to this organization.
this lightning.
Top Fitzgerald.
I love Travis Green.
Oh my god.
What has this episode?
Next
been?
Devils.
This is
Head
the most
coach World
unhinged
T-shirts.
breaking the
Yo,
ice
how many
episode.
Instagram clips do I have? And
Yeah,
how many?
Next head coach of the New Jersey Devils is Joshua Block.
Joshua Block.
Starting tonight. Number 13.
No, what if he does the
What if he was a PA announcer?
Yeah, what if he does the PA announcer?
Nico Hischer.
Goal scored by number 13.
Are the lineups out for tonight's game?
Nico Hischer. Assisted by number 63, Jesper Brad.
Are the lineups out for tonight's game?
The Devils not confirmed, but the Devils.
All right, well, Daniel, for the last minute, introduce the Devils starting lineup tonight, or the whole lineup tonight, with World of T-shirts voice for me.
All right, I gotta pull this up very quickly. I can do it.
If we go like 4:02, it's fine. We're getting this done.
Okay, World of T-shirts voice, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, it is right here. At left wing, number 28, Timo Meyer. At center, number 13, Nico Hischer. And at right wing, number 73, Tyler Toffoli. On defense, number 71, Jonas Siegenthaler. Also on defense, number 6, John Marino.
And in goal.
And in the goal, number 40, Akira Schmid.
And that is World of T-shirts here on 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. That's the end of the episode, everyone. Hope everybody enjoyed. It was probably the best episode of the ever.
that was something else, man.
That was great.
We're
That
back
was something else.
in 2 weeks after spring break. So enjoy your spring break, Montclair State.
Thank you for
Have a
having
good
us
night,
as
everybody.
well.